Well, good morning everybody and welcome to, well, I'm a bit jet lagged. Can I actually call it jet lagged? Because I'm over in the States. I think there's a 7-hour difference. I got into bed last night at about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the evening, and I've just slept right the way through to about 3 o'clock this morning, where I've got up, got myself together, got my room together, and gonna get on with some work. But I thought I'd just check in with you guys and just say hello, because I haven't seen you for so long. It feels like I've not been doing the Sunday morning show for about 3 weeks. Here is my room, which is, well, delightful, right in downtown, I believe we're in downtown Phoenix. Bathroom. So I know what you're thinking, Dan, where have you been? Well, for the last few weeks I've been over in Portugal, or a couple of weeks I was in Portugal, which, if those of you that received the newsletter, weekly newsletter from Locker Room Golf, you'll have had a bit of an update on exactly what went on. I'll talk to you a little bit more about that as we kind of move on through this video. Well, I didn't want to lay in this morning. We're teeing off later on at Boulders Golf Club, and I'll catch up with you a little bit more when we get over there. But I didn't want to get up later because I want to kind of try and stick to the UK time as best I can, because we've flown in on the Friday. Today is Saturday. You'll be receiving this on the Sunday, and we're flying home on the Monday night, and then I'll be back home on Tuesday. So I didn't want to get too close to the US time over here, which is, like I said, I think 7-hour difference, because I don't want to then get home and get seriously jet lagged. I generally get jet lag going home from, or going east, I suppose, is probably the worst, because you can get into it. Like, we could have got into it last night. We could have arrived, oh yeah, it was 3 o'clock in the morning UK time, but we could have just gone to the bar and had a chit chat. But we just said, you know what, no, let's stick to the best as we possibly can. We got to get up early this morning anyway. So I got up, I'm going to do some editing. I've got my coffee on, which I hope you're going to get your coffees on as well, or teas, whatever it is that you like, or even orange juice. Do you know what? Because I've been in a few hotels in the last sort of few weeks, I think, do you know what makes a really good hotel? It's how good, you can really judge it by how good the orange juice is. And in Portugal, we'll see what the orange juice is like here, but in Portugal, orange juice. Right, I'm going to be prepping. I'm going to give you a full update of why I'm even over here. But I'm going to be prepping for the videos that I've got to create on Monday. And then we'll catch up again at Boulders Golf Club, which I've heard is supposed to be pretty special. But anyway, put your kettles on, get your coffees on, and let's get into the Sunday morning show. Yeah, that's okay, wind's got it. Well, here we are, Boulders, the Boulders Golf Club. I've heard a lot about this place. I think I've seen it on quite a lot of maybe YouTube videos, and I think they've done some matches around here, maybe PGA Tour kind of have done some TV work around here as well with different coaching and things. But anyway, we're here this week because of ping. I've come over here with Foremost, and we're going to be doing some ping filming, because the main factory, Phoenix factory, is just literally around the corner from this golf course. So we're going to play today, which is the Saturday, we're going to play tomorrow, which is the Sunday, and then on Monday it's going to be go time from a filming point of view, and I've got a lot to get done in that period of time before then we get the flight back home on Monday evening. So we're having a little game here today, kind of like a, I don't know, get to know everybody type of game with the ping guys, and we've got a little match on the go as well. So myself and Jack from Foremost are taking on the boys, and yeah, but first impressions, wow, the cactus. I think when you come to places like this, you've got to, well, it just makes you think about the things that have been on TV. I think about stuff like the westerns, the films, the westerns, you know, with John Wayne and people like that. They would have used areas like this to help create the. I mean, look at it, amazing.
well, the sun has finally come out. So a little update of where I've been. But I was out in Portugal for a Pro-Am, which was weather-wise a bit tricky, if I'm honest. I was not expecting the poor weather. Probably should have looked at the forecast before I went out. But we played in a Pro-Am, we had an amazing time, amazing experience as always. Some good news, individually I finished third, which I was absolutely delighted with. I was tied third with my brother at 3 under par for 2 rounds because the third round unfortunately got called off. And winner of the actual individual was James Ruth, 2 amazing scores of I think -5, -6. So he did fantastic. And then Joe Cruz finishes second. It's kind of what you would expect to see, the top 3 players there, as in my brother third, Joe Cruz, and then Jimbo taking the title, because they are ultimately probably the best players, not only in this kind of Devon and Cornwall area, but they're also the best players kind of in the region as well. So, but to actually be able to hang in with them, in my mind, was a bit of a win for me personally. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Just be the number. But the big victory, as far as I'm concerned, even though finishing third individually is amazing, and I was probably a little bit more than what I would expect to get from that trip, considering how much competitive golf I've actually played this year, which is not an awful lot. But the big victory was that we won the actual Pro-Am itself. I convinced 3 of my friends from the village that we live in, back in, obviously in England, I convinced them to come on a Pro-Am with me. They're relatively new to the game, you know, but they're members of clubs and don't get to play as much because they're busy working. But they came with me, and we stormed it, absolutely stormed it. They did so well. I told them all they needed to do was come in on 5 holes each where we could get like a par, net birdie, so that was their kind of objective. And we managed to win by 12, which I'm sure some of you will go, oh my goodness, that's a lot, but it is a lot. But they did amazing. They played so well, peaked at the right times, which was great. And all in all, a positive trip. Spin. Solid. Salt, you want to tap that in? Well done, boys. Really enjoyed that. Love that. Thank you very much, Andy. Pleasure as always. Well done. Well done, partner. Well done, partner. Love it. Well done, mate. That's great finish.
5 under together then, is it?
Yeah, well done.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, tidy golf.
Had to purchase a hat, didn't I? The Boulders hat. There it is. The logo on the back there. I do like, what I really like are these string ones. You know, they've got the little bit of string that comes around the front there. Not sure how long that fashion is going to last, but it is amazing what you find when you're scrolling through, when you've got a little bit of time on your hands, when you're scrolling through your phone. I didn't know in updates on WhatsApp that you can actually create your own channel on WhatsApp. Like, I've had WhatsApp groups in the past where we've gone and done, let's say, coaching trips, and we've had to set up WhatsApp groups, but in WhatsApp, over on the updates area, which I didn't know this, there is a way in which you can set up a channel and then post what you've kind of done on that channel over to WhatsApp, so it goes directly to you guys or me when you follow that channel on WhatsApp. I didn't know that existed. I think it must be a new one. However, there is a lot of channels here that have got a lot of followers. So I'm going to set up a little locker room golf one, because it's a way in which as soon as an article comes out, I know we do the newsletter, but as soon as an article comes out, I can post it to the WhatsApp channel, and then it can go directly to you. So I'm going to set one up now. So go into WhatsApp, if you're on WhatsApp, which a lot of people are, and see if you can find Locker Room Golf. Search it. It's in the updates area. And the first article I'm going to put out is from Tony Hadwin, who came on this trip, suffered with the yips with his chipping. He wrote an amazing article of like how it feels to him, you know, the sort of experiments he's had to go through, the stuff that we've worked on with him when we've been away. Kind of a little bit emotional, but I'm sure will resonate with so many of you out there. So yeah, go and check it out, Locker Room Golf. So golf today, we're at Greyhawk Golf Club, which I've heard is supposed to be maybe some people's favourites over the Boulders Golf Club that we played yesterday, which I thought was fantastic. And also, it's something to do with Phil Mickelson. Whether Phil Mickelson's attached here or whether he was attached here, no idea, but apparently it's got something to do with him. So we'll have a little look at what kind of the souvenirs and things like that are in the clubhouse with him. I'll show you those. But I've got a few little bits that I've got to get sorted when it comes to the edit, getting prepped again for tomorrow's tour of Ping. And then I'll see you on the golf course at Greyhawk.
Well, it's a wet one this morning, a really wet one this morning. I haven't managed to get the camera out that much on the front nine because it's just been absolutely tipping down for the whole morning. However, golf course is holding up-ish. The clubhouse, I can't wait to get back in because I want to show you the clubhouse. It is, I mean, I talk about locker rooms because obviously the locker room golf, but the locker room at this place is just a wow factor, absolute wow factor. So I'm looking forward to getting you back in there. But anyway, we're out on the golf course. We're trying to dodge our way around the big showers that have been coming in. Amazing, isn't it? You're in the desert, and it's tipping around the rain. Can't believe it, literally cannot believe it. Always find with shots like this, ball kind of on the upslope, try and get your shoulders more in line with the slope rather than trying to lean into it, especially when you've got a short-sided pin like this one, and then work up the slope. There you go, up, get up. Oh, I didn't need much more, but see how I've bruised the surface as I've kind of worked up there? Shoulders down, work with the slope, allow the weight just to fall onto that back foot, and just work up the slope with it. Right, before we go, because I think you've got to see this clubhouse. I mean, first and foremost, look at the grand entrance. I'm going to work you through it because there's a little bit of a shrine to Phil Mickelson. He isn't a member here. He's a member at another club not far away from here, but I think he was very much in part of it when the place kind of opened up, or knew the people that created it. But just things like the size of these doors and then the space as you come in. I mean, look at that. Champions room over there. Golf shop right there, which is huge, absolutely huge. It's got all the sort of top end stuff. We had breakfast in there this morning. You've got a locker room over there for the ladies. And then you've got the gentleman's locker room right there. Right, in we go. And here's where it all starts. Phil Mickelson coming into the main locker room space. PGA win in 2021. Louis Oosthuizen was on his tail there, wasn't he? And as you work your way in. Oh, they got all the players' lockers. Peter Costas, Scott Hoke, Phil Mickelson. We've got Chris Riley. Who else we got in here? Chad Campbell, Tiger Woods, right there. Zach Johnson. It's cool, isn't it? So I'm assuming they would have had their own lockers when they probably played in one of the tournaments here. David Duval. God, some names that have been in this locker room.
And then you've got, oh look, they got the past winners, Colin Montgomery, Barry Lane. Didn't know if Barry Lane won around here. Greg Norman, Tom Lehman. That is amazing. Well, the time has come. Got the Phoenix, Arizona, mountains in the background, and I have arrived at Ping HQ, which is what this trip has all been about. Do you know what? I don't know what to expect when I'm going into this place. I really don't know what to expect. All I know is it is already creating the wow factor behind me with the sign, Mr. Ping over there. You've got cactuses as you walk up, and then you've got the main entrance in to this enormous, enormous building. I'm gonna have a little wander around. I've got loads to do today. I've got my Ping hat on, ready to be going into Ping. But I don't really, like I said, I don't really know what to expect, but I'm looking forward to getting in there and seeing exactly what goes on. I've got a busy day, busy scheduled day ahead, doing all the filming, doing all the narrating for all the videos that we're gonna create here. This is going to go on for a few hours, so I won't be able to take you along with me for that, but I'll try and put in a little bit of B-roll as to what's kind of been going on throughout the day. So let's get in there, shall we? Well, there it is, all done and dusted here at the Ping HQ. I had no idea what to expect when I came here, but the facility is absolutely enormous. We had tour players on the range just hitting balls, just getting information. I cannot believe what goes on at what I feel is probably one of the most understated brands out there. So they don't shout, Ping don't shout, they just make products. They make quality products, and the following on Ping, I can understand it now, I really can, because when you wander around this building and you go into Carsten's office and you have a little look at what's going on in there, you can understand the family vibe that is what Ping is all about. They don't want to shout from the rooftops. They vet all their tour players that are going to get that opportunity to put a Ping club in their bag. They don't just let anybody use it. So I get it, I understand why so many of you out there are a bit fanatic when it comes to the history of Ping and then what Ping offer now. Their customer service is world class. When you go in that facility there and you see the production and the cleanliness of the production and the quality control that goes on, I get it, I fully understand it. It's the reason why we put Ping in the shop at Churston, because the product is great. It's great, isn't it? We're going to make Ping putters great again. I'm going to get a Ping putter in my bag again. I've been using one this trip. I've enjoyed using it again. I just want to take this opportunity to thank Foremost for allowing me to come out here and do this. I want to thank Ping for, I know they'll be watching, but I want to thank Ping for allowing me to wander around their facility. Hope you've enjoyed that journey. Don't forget, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Time for me to get a flight home. About 11 hours, I think, and then a 3.5 hour drive. So it's going to be a busy night.